Hi there, Taurus. I hope you guys are doing really well. Today is February 17th, 2025. This is a general reading for you. We're covering oracle energies as well as tarot. Yeah, let's go ahead and get started here, Taurus. So, your oracle energies we have from the Lenormand deck. We have the Rider. I cannot remember this deck, what it's called, but we have Simplifying Your Life. I cherish the simple pleasures of life. And from the Oracle energy, from the Angel Oracles, we have Dreams. Feels like, Taurus, there's some change happening in your life, but that change happens by you releasing things, by you cutting ties with certain things, energies, people, ways of thinking. You know, there's also energy of communication coming in here. I'm going to get into that in a second, but it feels like you need to sit with that message or sit with the deeper understanding of how that message is received by you. Where is that message coming from? Who is it being given by? We have your first energy in regard. Wow, it is very snowy and very windy outside. Wow, it's like a little tornado of snow outside. It's very pretty. Um, Interesting. So you have the Knight of Cups here. This is your friends, your family, the community that you have in your life at this time. The Knight of Cups, in this card, you see somebody face down, and this wave is about to completely engulf them. Water in tarot cards often will indicate our feelings, our emotions, our deeper state of being. Here, it almost feels like we're receiving information or some sort of communication from somebody who may be very heavily in their feelings. It doesn't have to be good, it doesn't have to be bad, but it just feels like there's a lot of emotion behind something here. So you may be communicating with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. Does not just have to be that, but I would say be mindful that you may be receiving some sort of emotional outpouring or communication of heavier emotions from somebody in your community, your friends, somebody that you've been talking to recently. There's a deeper message here. I feel like there's going to be a message here that either simplifies a situation between you or gives you enough information for you to make the decisions to simplify your connection with this person. Okay. In regard to your health, you have the Hermit here, reflection. We may be reflecting on our, the ways that we treat ourselves, the ways that we treat our body, how we feel about, even how our emotional state can cause us to be in distress and take it out on our body. You also have the King of Pentacles here in reverse. And so with this being sandwiched in between this Knight of Cups and the King of Pentacles in reverse, it can indicate an energy where it's like maybe it's time to really pay attention to how we're showing up for our own health, our own well-being, and physical body. This energy can indicate where maybe we, through our out of balance, being out of balance within ourselves, sometimes that can cause us to be more prone to eating more or not taking our physical health seriously, or it can cause depression and, it ends up being taken out on ourselves. It can also talk about lethargy and maybe where we need to change the ways that we've been doing things because for our health, it's causing a physical issue for us. So be mindful to look at the deeper reasons why we are doing things or maybe why things are being affecting our health. Our mental state or our emotional state might be affecting our health. Either way, there's a time period here, Taurus, where it's important to reflect on what you want. The Hermit, it's more spiritually inclined. It's more connected to spirituality and spiritual health and awareness. And so, the fact that he's got his little lantern out here on this emotional space, and then it's like almost backed up by this King of Pentacles in reverse. It just feels like, what are we how am I like mistreating myself or the people around me, because I am out of balance? So I'm going to leave that there, and you piece together how you will with that. With your job, your career, you have the King of Pentacles in reverse. This is not a great card for that, just because it often can indicate a boss that is difficult to be around, or they have ulterior motives. They require a lot from you but don't really give back much. It's a little bit out of balance here. This can, if you work on your own or by yourself, business owner, it can talk about needing to find work-life balance because you may be overly obsessed with your job or trying to make something happen where you're actually like overexerting yourself and possibly being ineffective in your approach. Not to say that working hard doesn't get you good opportunities, but it can also talk about maybe like you're burning out. For some of you, this also may be where perhaps you've oversimplified your life and maybe we're just being flat out lazy, you know. It's kind of like drawing attention to needing to be more effective in our work-life balance, needing to be more effective in our emotional state so it reflects positively in our works, in our workflow. um, for some of you, if you are in a job that is feeling like a dead end or no way out, or you're dealing with somebody that is just exhausting to be around, a boss or, coworker, whatever, this is saying simplify your life. You have this life to be in. You you don't want to be miserable, right? So maybe this is even you delivering a message of, hey, I think it might be time to like let this go. So that is what I have for you there. In regard to your connections, your relationship, your love, people, relationships, you have the devil here. Um, so, in regard to just in general with relationships and the devil, this can talk about codependency. It can talk about where we rely too much, on other people in a negative way. It's like being ineffective in our own life. This is a very selfish energy here, and it's Pentacles, King of Pentacles. I mean, it's your energy. It's in reverse, So, and again, these are general messages. They're not going to resonate with all of you, but um yeah, it's kind of, it's a heavier energy, I'll be honest. If you're single and if you're looking to connect with people at this time, I would say you may be highly drawn to somebody. You may be receiving messages from a person or like in the communication phase. Maybe you've already physically been together, but it's in the beginning stages. It feels like that actually is less less prone to actually being fruitful. It just feels like a very wham bam, thank you, ma'am, kind of enjoyable, but also like not long lasting situation. It also may be connections to people where it's like we're getting drunk and high together, where, or maybe we've, being with this person or connecting to this person just feels toxic. So be mindful. Not everybody that you meet is going to be ideal. It does indicate, though, that there will be communication messages, but also, too, um, look at why we're connecting to people. If you feel like engulfed by your emotions, or if you feel like you don't have what it takes to give a relationship at this time fully, don't enter into it because it feels like it would be a disservice to both parties. For those of you who are in existing relationships, this is asking for you to be mindful of how you and your partner are communicating, how you and your partner are managing your connection here. It's important to be able to communicate with your partner, especially if we're dealing with either another earth sign or if we're dealing with a partner that is being very lazy, being very like entitled and, volatile and having difficulty communicating. It's like communication is key, but then there's like yelling or there's explosive like outbursts. It can be that kind of energy, and also a very selfish energy, like weaponized incompetence, or just being very selfish and inconsiderate of your partner, or maybe your partner is that way with you. Either way, it's asking for you to really make a judgment call here, it's judgment energy, and simplify your life with that. But it requires communication. It requires you to reflect on the situation and really be able to express your feelings. Here, it almost feels like if that's the case, it's like you're engulfed by your feelings and can't express. But it's right under this rider card. So it's asking for you to be available to communicating. It's asking you to challenge yourself for that. Um, you know, clean up the situation. Doesn't mean you have to let them go, but it does mean that you need to be mindful of how you're connecting with your partner or how you allow them to treat you. It's asking for you to be very clear about how you allow them to treat you. With what you don't see coming here, you have karma. This is the judgment card here. Again, there's going to be, it feels like there's a need for judgment here, Taurus, in regard to communications, in regard to messages that you receive. We want to be able to maneuver and navigate freely in our relationships. We want to feel equal. We want to feel like we are on the same page or part of a team. And if we're not having that experience, there's aspects of it that need to be cleaned up. So, simplifying your life is also with the people that you know, the people that you connect with. This is asking for you to actively manifest. The dreams card is about manifestation, so I almost feel like it feels like kind of a dark tunnel in a lot of ways. And it's like, how do I get out of this darkness? How do I get out of this energy? I know it sounds silly and trite, but manifest, elevate your energy, actively choose to see things in different ways. It's hard to do because oftentimes it feels intangible. But when we are able to create a different way to evaluate situations and to see them and to get the messages and lessons in what we've experienced with them as of now, and then to see them in different ways moving forward. It shows growth, but also it shows that you see variations of a situation, that you realize that something isn't quite what you want. And so you actively focus your energy on something that you do want. Dream, manifest, be active in that. There's also guided meditations. There's thousands of them, if not millions of them on YouTube. Check them out. Either way, though, Taurus, it feels like you are actively being effective in your life and simplifying situations that require too much of you or do not see you enough, do not honor you enough. So I'm going to leave it there. I hope that this is helpful for you. And allow yourself to, yeah, that's interesting. I'm looking at the bottom of this deck now. Letting go. I surrender joyously to the ebbing and flowing of life. Yeah, but if you have roadblocks in your way, simplify that. Simplify that. Release things, let things go. And this could even just be clutter, with the King of Pentacles, because it does talk about um, possessions, the monetary world, the material world. This can also talk about clutter, can talk about hoarding. Maybe that's a toxic trait of you or a partner. Maybe it stems from an emotional place. Either way, it feels like it's important to clear this energy up. So that's what I have for you, Taurus. I hope that this is helpful. Please like, share, subscribe, comment if you want. If you want to say something, and my information for a personal reading is in the description box below. I love you guys. Bye.